Hi, greetings of the day. This is Professor Ramakrishna. Welcome to my YouTube channel Archiversity. This is my last video in a course titled as Introduction to Financial Accounting. So this course commences with the basic definition of financial accounting and ending with preparation of a financial statements with adjustments. So this is a very lengthy course. However, I suggest each and every one of you to watch all the lectures in detail from beginning to end. This will help you to master preparation of your financial accounts or financial accounting. In this lecture, I am going to explain you how to prepare financial statements with adjustments. So for this purpose, I chose 7 different adjustments and a problem which is part of CA, that is Chartered Accountants entrance test. So for some reason just I changed the dates. All the values are the same. So this is an example which is from a CA entrance examination. So without any delay, we move to my OneNote where I show you how to solve or how to calculate or how to prepare financial statements with some important adjustments. So the following are the figures extracted from the books of Mrs. Gobind, and you are required to prepare trading account, profit and loss account and a balance sheet and making necessary adjustments. So here we have adjustments. So first we look at each item and classify them into which accounts they belongs to. So capital is an equity and appears in a balance sheet. Drawings is to be adjusted with a capital, that is a equity and in a balance sheet. Plant and machinery is an asset and a balance sheet. Then freehold property again is an asset and a balance sheet. Purchases is a direct expense, so trading account debit side. Return outwards are your purchase returns. So purchase returns, so you have to trading account and debit side you have to make adjustment with the purchases. So we'll make a mark here, that means purchases has adjustment. Salaries is an indirect expense, so profit and loss account debit side. Office expenses, indirect expense, profit and loss account debit side. Office furniture is an asset and this appears in a balance sheet. Discount debit, that is a discount allowed, so is an expenditure, indirect, profit and loss account and a debit side. And debtors is an asset, so appears in a balance sheet. And loan to Krishna, so when you're saying that loan to Sai Krishna, you lent a loan, so loan lent is an asset and appears in a balance sheet. Cash at bank is an asset, appears in a balance sheet. Bills payable, so payable is what is the money you owe, so that is a liability and appears in a balance sheet. Sales into trading account credit side. Then stock 1/4/2020, that is the beginning of stock, that is opening stock, so trading account debit side. Wages is a direct expense, so trading account debit side. Creditors for whom you have to make a payment, so this is a liability and appears in a balance sheet. Postage is an indirect expense, so profit and loss account debit side. Insurance is again an indirect expense, so profit and loss account debit side. Gas and fuel is a direct expense, so trading account and a debit side. Then bad debts is a loss, so appears in a profit and loss account debit side. Office rent again indirect expense, profit and loss account debit side. Freight is a direct expense, so trading account debit side. Loose tools is an asset and this appears in a balance sheet. Factory lighting is a direct expense, so trading account debit side. Provision for doubtful debts, so you have to create a provision. If there is no adjustment, this will directly appear in balance sheet. If there is an adjustment, that is a new provision has to be created, then this we show as a in a profit and loss account debit side. Interest on a loan to Krishna, so you lent a loan, so this is the interest amount that you earned. So when you earn an interest, that is other income, so profit and loss account credit side. And cash in hand is an asset, then this appears into balance sheet. Stock was valued at rupees 72,000. So this appears in two ways: trading account, credit side, as well as a asset side of balance sheet. A new machine was installed during the year costing 15,400. It was not recorded. So it was not recorded in the books as no payment was made. But as per our accrual system, whether you make a payment or not, it need to be recorded. So this is related to machinery. We'll mark here. That means machinery has an adjustment. And next is, as the no payment is made, so this is creating a liability also. This is another aspect that we have to, because no payment is made, that means you have to make the payment. So what is that we do is, we can make adjustment here with the creditors. We'll add this amount. Then wages rupees 1100 paid for erection has been debited to wages account. So this wages, the amount which is paid need to be related to the asset but shown into your wages account. So we have to make adjustment for a wages. We have to deduct this amount from wages. Then depreciate plant and machinery by 33 1/3%, furniture by 10%, and freehold property by 5%. And loose tools were valued 1,760. So what is it we have? We have to create a depreciation on plant and machinery. One, freehold property is another. Then you have a depreciation you have to create on furniture. So where is our furniture? Office furniture. So this also has a adjustment. Then loose tools. So where is that loose tools is here. So this also has some adjustment, right? Of the debtors, 660 are bad debts and should be written off. So here you have a bad debts. So this also has adjustment, and your debtors also has adjustment. So debtors is another adjustment. Then maintain a provision for 5% on debtors. So another adjustment for debtors, and for a provision for doubtful debts also has a adjustment. Then the manager is entitled to commission of a 10% on the profit after charging such commission. So that means your profit, what you derive, should be adjusted with the commission amount paid. So this is, now based on these values, we first calculate the trading account of Mr. Govind, and we'll write a debit side, credit side. First we'll look at a credit side items of a trading account. So sales, trading account, you have a credit sales. So sales is 2,31,440 as a sales. Then you have a closing stock, that is closing. How much is 72,600? So 72,600. Now we'll come to the debit side. So trading account debit side, first we'll mark sales entered, and this one is also entered. Now opening stock, this is 38,500. So we enter this. Then we look at the purchases. So purchases is 1,10,000 and return outwards is 1,100. So your purchases 1,10,000 less returns 1,100. So we calculate the value here. So 1,10,000 minus 1,100. So this is 1,08,900. 1,08,900. So we made a purchases, returns. Then look at the trading account. Sales are already entered. So here you have a wages, and it has got a adjustment. So wages is 35,200 minus your adjustment is wages of 1,100 paid for erection has been debited. So less 1,100. So this gives you 100 and 4, then 3, 34,100. Just will check 35,200 minus 1100. So 34,100 is the wages. So we entered the wages and we made adjustment here also. Then next is you have a gas and fuel 2,790. So we'll simply write gas and fuel 2,970. Then freight charges 9,900. Freight is 9,900. Then factory lighting is a trading account. Factory lighting 1,100. Then provision, interest on loan, cash. So no other items will appear in our trading account. So we'll balance and try to calculate the gross profit. So this is 2,31,440 plus 72,600. So this gives you 3,04,040. 3,04,040. So this is 3,04,040. And from this we deduct our 3,04,040 minus our direct expenses, that is 38,500 minus 1,08,900 minus 34,100 minus 2,970 minus 9,900 minus 1,100. So this gives you 1,08,570. 1,08,570. So 1,05,870 is your gross profit. Now from this gross profit we'll calculate our profit and loss account. So again, first is your debit side and credit side. We'll bring our gross profit here. So gross profit, this equals to 1,05,870. And look at the trading account credit side. So we have a profit and loss account credit side. So in profit and loss account credit side we have an interest on loan. This is 1,100. Now here loan to Sri Krishna is at 10% and loan lent is 44,000. So 44,000 is the loan and on this 10%. So the interest amount that you are supposed to earn is 4,400 rupees. But how much you received? You received 1,100. So remaining is your interest not yet received. So what is that we have to do is, so here interest received 1,100, interest due 3,300. So total is 4,400, because this is the loan that you gave to Sri Krishna and you are supposed to get the interest or receive the interest. So this is 4,400. Now coming to the individual items here. So you have a salaries. So here your profit and loss account debit side. So first one is we have a salaries. How much? 13,200. Then office expenses 2,750. 2,750. Then discount allowed 1,320. 1,320. Then debtors, loan, cash. What are the other items we have? Yeah, postage 1,540. Postage 1,540. Then you have a insurance 1,760. 1,760. Then you have a bad debts is 660. And as you have a star here, that means you have an adjustment. So you look at here, of the data 660 are bad debts. So old bad debts is 660 and the new bad debts is 660. So 0, 0, 6, 6, 12, 13. So your bad debts 13, 20. So we entered the bad debts also. Then office rent, no adjustment is there, 2860. So office rent 2860. Then what is that item you have? Provision, we already created this. Sorry, provision for bad and doubtful debts we have to create. So interest we paid. So provision for bad and doubtful debts is 880. Now what it says is maintain a provision of 5% on debtors. So what is your debtors? The value of a debtors is 29,260. So your debtors 29,260. From this, new bad debt, that is 660. Alright, so here in adjustment is shown that on the debtors rupees 660 are a bad debt should be written off. So this is going to be 00, 12 minus 6 is 6 and 8. So 28,600 is your net bad debts, so net debtors, and on this you make a provision of a 5%. So on 28,600 you have to make a 5%. So this is going to be 28,600 into 0.05. I'm directly taking a 5% into 0.05. So this is 1,430. So 1,430 is the new provision that you have to make, and you have an old provision of 880. So we'll make an adjustment for this. Then 550, just we check. 1,430 is a new bad debt, so provision for bad debts, minus old provision that we have is 880. So 550 is the new provision. So you have to create a new provision, that is 550. Then so your stock we have entered, and machine costing that we have to show in a balance sheet. Now loose tools, so bad debts we entered one time. Then maintenance provision for doubtful we entered. So next is that we have to calculate the depreciation. So depreciate plant and machinery 33%. Now what is the value of a plant and machinery that you have? This is a 99,000 is a old plant and machinery, and the new one is 15,400 and 1,100. So your machinery is 99,000. This plus new machinery of 15,400 plus its wages. So all the incident or expenses that is related to purchase of asset need to be added. So that's the reason why we are adding this. So this comes to how much? 99,000 plus 15,400 plus 1,100. So this is 1,15,500. Now on this 1,15,500, our depreciation rate is 33.1/3%. So we'll simply divide this by 3. So 1,15,500 divided by 3. So this is 38,500 is the depreciation on machinery. So depreciation and on this machinery, that is 38,500. Then furniture by 10%. So what is the value of a furniture that you have? What is the furniture? Office furniture 5,500. On that 10%. So 5,500 10%. 5,500 is office furniture. On this 10%, 10 by 100. So 550. This is on furniture. And freehold property by 5%. So where is our freehold property? Where we highlighted this. We have freehold property 66,000 on that 5%. So 66,000 on this 5 by 100. So this is going to be 66,000 into 0.05, 3,300. So this is freehold property 3,300. 300. Then loose tools are valued at 1760. So what is the value of a loose tools here? You can see here loose tools is 2200. Now this is 1760. That means 2200 minus 1760. So 440 is the depreciation on a loose tools. Loose tools 440. So total depreciation will be, we'll do a calculation here. So 38,500 plus 550 plus 3,300 plus 440. So this is 42,790. So total depreciation is 42,790. Now what is that we do is we cross check whether we missed any item or not, because this is a lengthy one. So we have to cross check multiple times. So gross profit is fine, and profit and loss account credit side you have only one item. This is also done. Then your provided depreciation on plant and machinery, freehold, then return outwards, salaries, office we provided, debtors also we made adjustment, loans, bills payable, salaries, stock. So almost we entered all the values and we created others. Then now we try to balance this and see that what is our net profit. So our gross profit is just, I made a typing error here. This is 1,08,570. So this is 1,08,570. Instead of 1,08,570, I wrote this as 1,05,870. This is a small error here. So now your net profit is 1,08,570 plus 4,400. So this is 1,12,970. 1,12,970. Let me cross check once again. 1,08,570 plus 4,400. So 1,12,970. Now here also we write 1,12,970. So 1,12,970, and from this we deduct all our expenses. So 1,12,970 minus 13,200 minus 2,750 minus 1,320 minus 1,540 minus 1,760 minus 1,320 minus 2,860 minus 550 minus 42,790. So this gives you 44,880. So this 44,880 what we got here, this includes our last adjustment, that is the manager is entitled to a commission of a 10% on the net profits after charging such commission. So that means this 44,480 includes manager's commission. So this is 110 is 44,880. So how is that we are going to calculate the manager's commission is 44,880 into 10% upon 110. So this is 4,080, because when commission is included mean that is a 110%. So 110% is 44,880. So on this 10% is 4,080. Now manager's commission is 4,080. Then what is our net profit? So 44,880 minus 4,080. So 40,800 is the net profit. So net profit is 40,800. So this 40,800 will take to the balance sheet. Now once we are done with this preparation of trading and profit and loss account, now we'll move to the preparation of a balance sheet. So let me copy all this. So from this, what is that we do is we first only identify items that are appear in a balance sheet. So directly we take a note. So your liabilities and assets. So we start with the capital. Capital is 2,28,800 less your drawings, that is 13,200. So this gives you 600, 835 and 2,15,600. Then to this we add net profit. So what is the net profit amount? 40,800. So 40,800. So the total capital is going to be 2,15,600 plus 40,800. So 2,56,400. 2,56,400. Plant and machinery. So we'll write a plant and machinery here. Plant and machinery, this is 99,000, and newly added is how much is newly added we have in adjustment. So 15,400 plus 1,100. So that is 16,500. 16,500. So this is going to be 500 and 9, 15, 11. So 1,15,500. From this less depreciation. So how much depreciation we calculated on this? So here we have 38,500, or depreciation on machinery is 38,500. So 38,500. Then this is going to be 1,15,500 minus 38,500. So 77,000 is the value of machinery at the end of the year. Now we entered the capital, drawings, plant and machinery. Freehold property is 66,000. Freehold property 66,000. On this less depreciation, how much depreciation we created on freehold property? Here we have 3,300. So this is 3,300. Then this gives us 66,000 minus 3,300. So 62,700. 62,700. Then comes purchases, these all say salaries. Office furniture 5,500, and on this how much depreciation we created on furniture? 550. Furniture 5,500 less depreciation 550. Am I correct? Depreciation on furniture is 550. Yeah. So 5,500 minus 550, 4,950. So 4,950 is your office value of your office furniture. Then debtors, you have a 29,260. So 29,260 minus 660 is the bad debts written off. So this is 0, 0, 6 and 28,660. Alright, yeah, 28,660. On this we made a new provision of 1,430. Debtors 29,260 minus new bad debts 660 minus provision. How much provision we calculated on this? 5%, that is 1,430. So 1,430. So this is going to be 29,260 minus 660 is new bad debts. minus new provision created is 1430. So 27,170. 27,170. Then we are done with the debtors. Then loan to Sri Krishna is 44,000. Loan is 44,000 and add interest outstanding. So this is 3,300. See, we calculated here. Now interest due is 3,300. So this comes to 47,300. 47,300. So this is recorded. Then you have a cash at bank 29,260. Cash at bank 29,260. Then you have a bills payable. So bills payable is a liability. So bills payable, this is 5,500. And stock, wages, creditors, you have a 44,000. So creditors is a liability. This is 44,000. So postage, insurance, gas, fuel, bad debts, office rent, freight. Loose tools is 220 and it has an adjustment. So 2,200 minus how much depreciation we provided, or what is the balance sheet shows. So loose tools are valued at 1,760 and depreciation on loose tools is depreciation on a loose tools 440. So loose tools is an asset. Loose tools. So this is 2,200 and whereas it is valued as a 1,760. So 1,760. So the difference between these two is your depreciation. How much depreciation is this? Loose tools 440 less depreciation 440. So this is 1,760. Where is that? Your loose tools and provision for bad debts, interest, and cash in hand 2,640. Cash in hand 2,640. And now from adjustments, you see that you have a closing stock 72,600. Closing stock 72,600. Then a new machinery, we included the machinery and wages are also adjusted. We provided all the furniture, depreciation, furniture, freehold properties, loose tools, and bad debts, maintenance for provision for debts, then your commission on gross profit. So all the adjustments have been made. Now we check with our balance sheet values. So we'll see whether we are going to get a balance sheet or tallied or not. So on your liability side, 2,56,400 plus 5,500 plus 44,000. So this gives you 3,05,900. And here I missed one more. That is the commission to be paid to the manager. It is a liability that we created. Commission to be paid. So this is 4,080. So this is going to be 3,05,900 plus 4,080. And we have to add one more, that is our creditors. So new machinery, we purchase it, and for this also we have to pay. That is how much is the value that is shown here, 15,400, that we have to pay. So 15,400. So these two values I missed. That is 3,09,980 plus 15,400. So 3,25,380. This is on our liability side. We'll check with our asset side. 77,000 plus 62,700 plus 4,950 plus 27,170 plus 47,300 plus 29,260 plus 1,760 plus 2,640 plus 72,600. Oh, somewhere I typed, yeah, here. This is 27,170. $3,25,380. Yeah. So both the sides we got a 3,25,380, and here also 3,25,380. Now this is the level of a difficulty when you are CA examinations. However, here even I do because of a lengthy explanation for more than 30-35 minutes, I missed one or two items here. One is this is the amount to be paid to the commission to be paid to the manager, that I forgot, and a new machinery purchaser, that is we have to create a creditors, new creditors. These two went to oversight. So apart from that, we were able to solve. And one another is when it comes to the gross profit. Actually, this is 1,08,570. Initially, I wrote this as 1,05,870. So these are the silly mistakes, that errors that we commit in doing our accounting. So what I suggest is, while doing your accounting, completely rely on calculators, calculation, and practice a systematic approach, so that even if you make a small mistake also, it can be rectified easily. And the practice makes perfection. In these lectures or in this course, I just gave you an understanding or the basics insights of a financial accounting. Now, financial accounting can't be taught with this 49 lectures which I included in this course. This has to be practiced a lot. So then only you become a professional financial accountant. Thank you very much. Thank you for your patience, and thank you for watching all my lectures in financial accounting. See you soon with a new playlist or a new course. Have a great time.